Hey, 1st through 4th grade leaders, we are getting ready to kick off the month of May this Sunday. Our theme is going to be the amazing maze. And our big idea is determination. Determination is deciding it's worth it to finish what you've started. We are going to find our memory verse in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, where it says, "Let us not become tired of doing good. At the right time we will gather a crop if we don't give up." Again, Galatians 6:9, and this is the NIRV version. It's going to be a great time where we see how Paul wrote this verse to the church at Philippi. He encouraged the followers of Jesus to show determination and to keep doing good. Our Bible story will come from Acts chapter 3 and chapter 4. We're going to get a chance to see how Peter and John are arrested for healing a man and teaching about Jesus. And I think this is going to be great because our bottom line this week will be keep going even when it gets hard. So they're going to see that these two men went through a lot of stuff. The disciples had a lot of tough issues that they went through, but this is one of the hardest, as all they're doing is showing and sharing Jesus' love, and they get arrested for it. So as the kids walk in, since we're talking about the amazing maze and how hard sometimes it can get through the maze of life is what we're going to be talking about. So as the kids arrive, there's going to be a maze we're going to already have done in the middle of the room. But the goal for the kids, their small group activity as they enter, will be to create a maze, and we have two that they can choose from that they want to create, and we're going to have yarn. So we want to have them created at a fairly large enough size so that the kids can walk through it when they finish it. So they need to all work together to complete this maze, one in each small group area, because they're going to use it again in one of the activities. After they've completed the maze, they're going to do it's called the Amazing Review, where they get to review the Bible story and talk about the application piece. So there are story highlight cards that the kids will be given that you're going to put actually throughout the floor maze that they created in the opening activity. You're going to send the kids into the maze to collect the pages, and once they pick one up, then they have to find their way back out of the maze at the other end. Then have the kids read the highlights and put them in order. For your first grader, have them bring over the story card highlights so that you can read them to them. You're going to then put all the story highlights in order and just go over the story together. Then for our small group activity 2, we're going to work on our brand new memory verse. There is a sheet called the Memory Verse Maze. What you're going to do is look up the verse together, and there's tips in here on how to look it up with each age group. Hand out the puzzle and the pencils and encourage the kids to follow the verse through the maze. Be sure you have several Bibles out so that they can reference it. If you have some pre-readers, help them match them with a strong reader if possible so that they can find the correct pathway to take through. And they're going to do it in one color of the pencil, and the younger ones could trace the path behind them if you have one kiddo that's a better reader than another. Or you could possibly team them up together, because sometimes that makes it a little bit easier for our first graders. Then, as they get ready to close, it will be prayer time. Nothing special needed for this time. You're just going to encourage them to gather up, encourage them to be reverent and respectful of the prayer time, and emphasize that they're talking to God, and there's no special way. Doesn't have to be super somber or feel the pressure to say the right thing. We should always just say what is on our hearts when we're praying to God, and there's some information on how to do that. All right, we're going to try again to have the groups-led activities from the host. Our host this week is going to be Manny. I am going to be helping out 5th and 6th grade. There are some life issues that we're going to be talking about with them, so they're going to come in and play our game, and they're going to do worship, and then they're going to be working on temptation that I'm going to teach with them. So hope you're having a great week. Don't forget, huddle up time at 8:40 for first service and 10:10 for second service. See you Sunday.